Good morning and welcome to Friday, May 8th for Algebra 1. I know what you're thinking. I've been wearing this shirt all week. No. I recorded these 3 videos on Monday. Shh, don't tell. So, problem number 1 I gave you for the homework is on the board over here, and I said I want you to identify P and Q and then find the vertex and graph with the intercept. So, P is -3. Q is +3. So I got dot at -3, I have a dot at +3. The intercepts are good to go. I have to find the vertex. The vertex value for x is P, which is -3, plus Q, which is +3 over 2. -3 plus 3 is 0. And 0 over 2 is 0. So the vertex has an x value of 0. And then I'm going to plug it in to see what the y value is when x is 0. So I have negative parentheses 3 and then also a -3. That's +9. My vertex is 0, 9. And now I can just graph it. 0, 9 is up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this parabola obviously opens down from the vertex of 0, 9, and we're done. Prompt number 1 finished, hopefully without too much stress. Prompt number 2. Okay, identify P and Q. P is 5, Q is 1. Both positives because the minus sign was part of the template. So I have 1 and I have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those two x-intercepts have now been identified. I have to find the x value of the vertex, so it's 5 plus 1 divided by 2. That is 6 over 2, which is 3. And I'm going to plug that in to find out what the y value is at 3. So 3 minus 5, 3 minus 1. Do the parentheses first. 3 minus 5 is -2. And 3 minus 1 is +2. That's a half of -4, which is -2. So my vertex is at 3, -2. 1, 2, 3, down 2. And my parabola is graphed and done. These are not too hard, I hope. Maybe even easier than the previous problems you were working on, and some of you were expressing some issues with them. Okay, time for number 3. By the way, guys, I'm showing every step. I would imagine when you're comfortable with it, you don't have to show every step, but I'm doing that for you, so you know exactly what we're doing as we go. The last prompt you had to do, number 3, y equals 4 parentheses x plus 8 x plus 6. All right, so again, identify P and Q. P is -8, Q is -6, so not too difficult. Hopefully, maybe even you could skip a step and say, hey, what's between -8 and -6? It's going to be -7. But if you aren't able to do that, it's no problem. We add -8 plus -6 over 2. -8 plus -6 more is -14 over 2, which, not a surprise, is -7. So the x value of the vertex, -7. And then we plug it in to find out what y is going to be. So we got 4 parentheses, -7 plus 8, parentheses, -7 plus 6. -7 plus 8 is 1. -7 plus 6 is -1. That is 4 times 1 times -1, that's -4. All right, my vertex has been identified at -7, -4. I've already got the P and the Q identified from the equation itself, so now I can just graph that and be done with the homework. So make your coordinate grid. So at -7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have my vertex. Okay. So -8 is an intercept, -6 is an intercept. It's a narrow looking parabola. Okay, very thin. And that's it. It's over and done with. The width of the parabola is actually tied very closely to that number, the A value. If it's a number that is larger than 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or exceptionally low, like -2, -3, -4, it becomes very, very narrow. Now, it might open up, it might open down. If it's a fraction, like a half, a quarter, an eighth, a 16th, it becomes wider and wider and wider. So a half might be like this, a fourth like that, a 16th, really, really, really wide. All right. As it gets closer to 0, it opens up and almost forms a straight line. It can be really, 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 really wide if the fraction for A is very close to 0. And then we'll go upside down if it's negative. That's all. Okay. And we'll try to ignore the fact that my daughter is yelling in the background. So far as today goes, guys, there's actually no homework for the weekend. I'm sure you're happy to hear that. What might make you a little less happy is that there will be a quiz on Tuesday for graphing in both vertex form and intercept form. Don't worry, on Monday I'll give you an example of what the quiz will look like. It will not be difficult, all right? It will be simply 2 prompts for graphing in intercept form, 2 prompts for graphing in vertex form. Should be easy. I'll give you the coordinate grids, and I'll make sure that the graphs fit on the coordinate grids. Should be an easy quiz. That's scheduled for Tuesday. In the meantime, review if you have to, make notes if you have to, watch the videos again if you'd like to, and just be ready for Monday when we start our quick review for our quiz on Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend.